grazing round this parish town of desert blooms. Trains in graveyards, vacant trace from me to you. Leave high trail I follow, there you'll be warm soon. Guide my hand, oh, like the way my desert moon. What then? It's unfair when you win. Again and again, you still get me out. When your reign is over, you had the time of your life. Sleep until my burning eyes have left you dry.
Now that's how you start a podcast.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. So is this where I get to stay super shit?
Not yet. Hello and welcome to bands you've never heard of. We're starting the show differently this time because this video and this song was just too irresistible as a top of the show sort of thing here. It was better than our theme song. It was better than you and me jabbering on about stupid shit. And it just kind of eerie, kind of creepy, kind of rock. And it was kind of awesome. So this week's band you've never heard of is called Dallas Wax. I'm JR.
And I'm Gary.
He's Gary Hawthorne, and we are here to talk about Dallas Wax, and later we will be talking to Dallas Wax. I have a lot to say about them before they join us, and obviously a lot of questions to ask them when they do join us. Your first ever exposure to Dallas Wax happened about 4 minutes ago. Gary, your thoughts?
Well, I mean, bring it up very first as the video, okay?
Yeah.
So this is a music show, but a lot of people, a lot of bands and everything don't understand what the value of a good video is to a song or a career. It got kind of spoiled, I think, a little bit back during the MTV era or whatever, because the videos became overburdened and ridiculous and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But this video is amazing. And it fits the song. It reminded me, I had to actually go and do a little, quick backtrack, real quick. It reminded me of like a cross between Inside the Trojan Horse and Howdy. Those two.
Okay.
I mean, the two, hands down, the two groups that have had the best videos, as well as the anti-groupies. But theirs is entirely different. Within this, in this spooky kind of genre of spooky rock, the Howdy and the Inside the Trojan Horse, which are both, literally like shoegaze, emo, hard rock. Uh, and these guys are not any of that, but that is the style of video, and I just wanted to be able to compare that as we work on, where we're going to put them in our grand tour of America of the bands you've never heard of. Um, but love the harp. It's not often that you get harp that's outside of a blues, concept or a blues,
Yeah. Yeah.
paradigm. And it was blues adjacent, I guess, but not really. And but man, I was seeing the whole time. I'm like, especially because of the way the video was shot and everything, it immediately went to, dang, these guys should be getting synced
Yeah.
right now.
Uh-huh.
They should be on one of the, Netflix or FX, gritty drama, backwoods kind of things. And that it's like, man, somebody out there in the entertainment world is missing the boat, because they should already have them.
Yeah, no, this could be like in the air tonight Phil Collins song getting used in Miami Vice type of thing, right? Like it's very similar in how it could be used, right? The video portrays some sort of murder, and it's dark and it's gritty and it's creepy and it's scary, and it fits perfectly into. I mean, I can envision that in a show.
And the video
To
was
set the
shot and
mood
edited so well.
so well. Yeah, this is a
And
professionally done video for sure.
it was, but it's not like it's not like, because some of the videos from the Trojan Horse, which were really professionally done.
Right.
This was, I still think this was a more of a on the Howdy side of, this is a good friend who just happens to be a kick-ass videographer, and that, because it's something there, especially when you get to the end credits and they're pretty basic, you can. And plus, there are end credits, which they obviously want to get a little bit of credit out of doing it.
Yep.
So it's. I have a feeling that most likely that it is, produced, recorded, mixed.
They had a gaffer, Gary.
Well, yeah,
Professionally
you gotta have a gaffer, man.
gotta have a gaffer, and rolls of gaff tape.
I've been the gaffer before, and
I have gaff.
it's an important it's an important job.
Very important. You don't want people to trip on those wires.
No, you do not.
So yeah, there's a director, a DP, an editor, a gaffer, and a colorist. The band is who stars in the video, and then there's song credits, which is basically the band and who mixed it and mastered it. But Ryan Dallas Wax, he's the guy with the flowing curly locks, the harp.
The harpist.
Yes, he's the harpist, and he's the main guy in Dallas Wax. He's the guy that moved to New York City a few years ago and put together a band. That's how Dallas Wax came to be. And they're very young as a band. They have an album coming out soon. More on that in a moment. They've been on tour for the past few weeks. They've just wrapped that up.
Newport, Kentucky.
That's right. From Kentucky to Michigan to Indiana, Wisconsin, Illinois, Ohio, and Pittsburgh and Philly.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That
pretty
is
good
a
stuff.
very, very odd tour schedule.
Yeah. Dallas Wax is a 5-piece band based in New York City. The band borrows from the spaces of punk rock, psychedelia, and the blues while maintaining a unique delivery and raucous live performance dipped in acid and powered by driven guitar riffs and soulful vocals. Dallas Wax never fails to conjure an unforgettable experience for their audience. I got to say, top-notch bio here.
Scroll that website a little bit, because that's a top-notch website
It's
too.
a pretty
Look at
great
that shit.
website.
Yeah. That is some good stuff
It's
there, man.
pretty simple. The socials are down here at the bottom, along with their email address made my life easy trying to get a hold of them. Their tour right here on the page, their album, pre-save it, and at the top their logo. That's the entire website. That's it. It's great.
Wow.
It's simple. It's sweet. It looks great.
Yeah, but what the way they integrate the video and stuff is next level. It
Yeah.
really is.
And this is the video for one of their songs, which we will experience later. So I've got this all planned out for you, man. There's so many cool things I want to tell you and songs that I want to play you. Let's go take a look at their Spotify. They have a total of 8
Ooh,
songs
they got really close.
in existence. Yes, they do. Mud was their first song. It came out back in 2024, so it's barely 2 years old, and it is their most played song at 72,469 plays on Spotify, followed by their next song, Oh Oh Well, 26,000 plays. The Ride has 10,000 plays. Everything else is sub 10 grand as far as Spotify plays go. But yes, they barely qualified. They won't for long. Like if I had found them a few months from now, it would have been too late. It might be a few weeks from now is too late, because they've got some things in the
But
works.
we've had that happen quite a bit recently too. So
Yeah.
it's not. This is becoming a more prevalent thing with bands you've never heard of.
You know, a lot of the bands we feature on this show, I can tell, the audience can tell, you can probably tell, they're content with their place in life. We've talked about it with a lot of the bands, right? And as a result, it's hard to envision them breaking big, because they might be lacking some of the drive necessary for that. They might still luck into it with some amazing music. I won't be surprised when Bad Mother Nature breaks it big, because they get a song in a movie or a TV show or something, and all of a sudden people are calling them to play bigger shows. And you know, if that never happens, they're okay with it though. I don't get that feeling from Dallas Wax. I get the feeling they are absolutely destined for bigger things, and they want
By
big
design.
things.
Yeah, by design. Because I mean, you don't move. Where did he move from?
That's one of my questions. I don't
Because I'm
know the
wondering if
answer
he
to that
moved
yet.
from Kentucky. Because that's the only reason I can imagine playing.
While your
fucking
tour
Kentucky.
goes through Newport, Kentucky.
Yeah,
Good
that's
call.
the only fucking reason I can imagine playing in the middle of fucking Kentucky is that you came from there. You know, I've driven through Kentucky twice to get to other gigs. The entire state I drove through to get to a gig.
I've gone to Kentucky
Never
on
stop.
purpose.
Oh, I've gone to Kentucky on purpose before. It's a beautiful state.
It is.
It's not a place that you put your tour, you know, unless you got some kind of inside wax going on. But yeah, there's, you know, we've had a few bands, and recently we've had a few bands that are going for the gusto. You know, the
Yeah.
psychedelics are definitely
Uh-huh.
the MJT trio. You know,
The anti-groupies, the reckless.
yeah, they're
So-
going for it.
Yeah.
But we've also had quite a few that are like, hey man, we're making a living, and you know, it would be really cool if we got some more syncs and if we got this or that or the other thing. But you know, we don't give a crap if we're not if we're not playing Madison Square Garden, and we don't care that we're not
Yeah.
being nominated for Grammys, because we just want to do what we do. And both of those things are very cool. Of course, for the concept of the show, the folks that are really pushing for it, you know, we really we hope for them the best, the absolute best, because
Yeah.
that will pull everybody along.
So the next song I'm going to play for you, I have a choice to make, and I think I've made it, unless you really, really want me to do the other thing. We're going to listen to Mud next, which is their first song, their most played song, and you'll be able to tell why here in just a minute. I could play it for you on YouTube, There is a video, but it's they describe it. It's one of those visualizer videos. It does have some footage of the band, but it's not super compelling. There's no lyrics on it. It's not a story. It's not that kind of video. And on Spotify, we get to see the lyrics on the page because they have
Okay.
uploaded their lyrics and they're synced with the song. I'm thinking we're going lyrics on this one because I do have another video to play you.
No, let's do it.
You got it. All right. This is Mud by Dallas Wax.
It's something to say because it needs to be done. Standing in the rain, I'm at the point of a gun. And I say, pride inside the shame. And you wait for a reason to get out of here. Been down and away, oh, I've been down in the mud. Sitting here for a day, got out the 401. I could say there's not much to explain. You wait for a reason to get out of here.
All right, Gary, that's Mud by Dallas Wax, their first and their most popular song. I'm interested in your thoughts on that, Gary. What do you think?
Well, I can definitely see why it's the most popular. It kicks ass.
It
I love the breaks. I love the breaks. I love the lyrics in the musicless parts.
The ooh, ooh, ooh.
Oh, at the end, then is that the Strokes? Was that woo ooh? What was-
Woohoo. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't think of who it was off the top of my
yeah,
head.
they're kicking out to them, but the very first chords, and they weren't the same. They weren't the right chords, but it was the emanation that I got was "White Wedding" by by Billy Idol, and so you started out like that, and then you kick into kind of a Strokes kind of thing, and then you get the little woo-hoos. Perfect. It was. I mean, once again, yeah, these guys are going to be out of our league very soon, if not by the time we put this out.
Right.
So,
yeah.
you know,
So that song released 2 years ago. About 1 year ago, when I was doing a little research on Dallas Wax, I was looking through the comments on
a
that.
year ago. You were
No.
researching.
No, I'm telling you about a thing that happened a year ago that I found
Oh,
out
okay.
about as I was doing the research on Dallas Wax. Uh, about a year ago, this song was featured on a podcast. So we're
Not
not the
our
first.
podcast.
We're not the first podcast to find these guys, but we are the first to seek them out, at least as far as I can tell. Because the way that they got on this podcast, the podcast is called The Burt Show. I was trying to figure out, is this Burt Kreischer, the comedian? Is this something else? It's some guy named Burt, and he does a show, I think, almost daily. Short little episodes, and they do a bunch of different, it's comedy, it's stuff. It's almost like a morning zoo radio show podcast that I might now start listening to, because I enjoyed the part I listened to where they featured that song on their show. And the reason they featured it is because Ryan Dallas Wax's mom emailed them and said, "My son's in the music business, and would you please help him out by playing his song on your show?" And so what they did was they got Ryan Dallas Wax, that's his full name.
That is his real
That
name.
is his real name, as far as I can tell.
That's insane.
They got him and his mom on the line. They talked to those two for a few minutes, and then they played Mud. And it's like a 13-minute episode, and it got a lot of people on back to the YouTube visualizer video for that song and commenting, "Hey, I heard you on the Burt Show," and that's when I was like, I got to find out about this Burt Show.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I want to ask Ryan.
Maybe we should get Burt on here.
Maybe we should talk to Burt. Exactly.
I think so.
I want to ask Ryan, like, did that move the needle? How big of a deal was that? Because if their expectations is this podcast is going to move the needle anywhere near what that one could have, they've got like 65,000 subscribers on YouTube, things like that. So we're not quite in the Burt Show's league. And the fact that Dallas Wax has agreed to an interview today is kind of awesome. It shows that they are still at that stage in their career where they're willing and able. And I think, as we've discussed before, it's an indicator of how cool they're going to be. I'm anticipating these guys being kind of awesome to talk to.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, everyone has been. I mean, we haven't had a dog in the bunch, really.
Exactly. So we're going to do another song, and I've got a couple options here. Let me get the screen share back going again. They've got another video, like full-on video. Let me get rid of this crap off my screen. Did not mean for that to appear. That'll all get edited out. Meant for this to come back up. There we go. So they've got Dallas Wax has another video, and that's the one I'm going to play for you now, Gary. The video is called, and the song is called "Girl Like Me" by Dallas Wax on Bands You've Never Heard of.
Girl
There you go, Gary. That's Girl Like Me by Dallas Wax. Another very professionally done video with end credits and everything.
Yeah, that's much better in credits
Yeah.
than the last one. But was that the same
Oh,
shooter or?
it was directed by somebody different. There's more
I'm so
Oh, great.
You can't get out. We
outtakes.
just got locked in the back of the
Outtakes.
car. Dude, what?
There you go. All right.
Oh,
Now,
that's awesome.
yeah.
No, that once again, I always try to find my favorite song,
Oh,
but so
sorry.
far I have not been able to do that because I like them all equally, and that's not a bad thing. It's a top level thing. We're all at the ceiling. I do have one thing to say.
Uh-huh.
Why is their bass player so fucking cool? I mean, and ours is Brian.
Who dresses cool, but it's kind of stops there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's kind of
Hold on. Is this the bass player that I've got on
yeah.
the
That's the
screen
bass
now?
player right there. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, he's fucking cool. So is the rhythm guitar player who is also playing the
Keyboards.
Nord. Yeah.
And did or did not? I mean, you're a bigger fan than I am. Did or did not that remind you of Sturgill Simpson's Party album?
I don't know what you mean by
Just a little bit.
party
The
album.
one that we have always like. I can't remember. I mean, his rock album with that he did on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, those songs came from his album A Sailor's Guide to Earth, which was a tribute. He did that for his son. And that's the one with the horn section that all the Sturgill
Right.
Simpsons
Yeah.
fans
Yeah.
were like, what
Mine
the
is the
fuck?
horn section, but
Yeah.
the everything else it seemed like very much in that same vein as that. And of course, I'm basing it primarily on the keyboard solo, but everything on that song is just up in front. It's great.
So what am I seeing here? Is this a bass guy?
Bass.
So this is Ryan Dallas Wax. He plays
Right.
guitar.
Guitar.
I'm guessing lead guitar, rhythm guitar. I
It
don't
looks
know.
like I mean, honestly, the guy playing the keyboard seems to be doing the more lead work at this point. But I would say the other two take more of the lead. Between the left-handed guy and the guy that plays the keyboards, they seem like they're going to be doing more of the lead stuff because Ryan is busy doing other stuff.
Yeah, front man.
So,
Front man's shit.
but that keyboard solo was pretty fucking awesome.
I knew you would like that.
Yeah.
Is that some Hammond B3 stuff right there?
A little bit, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's kind of a Wurlitzer, but same difference.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. Fucking love these guys. And their videos, I got to tell you, it's really hard to be a person who doesn't smoke anymore and watching the videos because
There's a lot of smoking going on in the videos.
they're having a good time smoking whatever they're smoking, cigarettes and other things. And gosh, I would love to join in. So I'm living vicariously through Dallas Wax right now because I gotta say, if I could go back and lead any kind of life, like if I had the talent to lead any kind of life I wanted to, I think I would move to New York City in my early 20s and form a band and do what they're doing. This looks amazing. I hope it's every bit as awesome as I think it would be, but this looks like the life I would love to have had.
It's a fun life. I've been there.
Yeah.
And
I'm also picking up Almost Famous vibes, the movie. I can never remember the band's name from that movie. We're gonna have to Google that, aren't we? What's
yeah,
that
we
name?
will.
Stillwater.
Stillwater.
Yeah. Picking up Stillwater vibes from these videos.
I'm not. I mean, they're not that retro.
They are
To
a little
me.
bit retro. You might,
They're a little bit retro, but not that retro. The Stillwater was retro for the time that they put the movie out. And these guys are kind of retro back to the time that Almost Famous was put out, so that's like a double, that would be like a double retro.
So I'm playing for you now in the background here a video for their song Caterpillar. We don't have time to listen to the whole song because there's some more stuff I want to play you. But this video, as it says in the description, is a compilation of moments captured by mainly one video camcorder. Thanks to everyone who helped grow this archive of footage, edited by Ryan Dallas Wax. So this is a different style of video entirely. But so many shots here. Obviously, it's the treatment of the video. It's whatever kind of camcorder they chose to use. It's the editing style. But so much of this looks like stuff from the 70s. This is where I first started picking up the Stillwater vibes from these guys.
I mean, other than the vertical video.
Obviously. Yeah, Stillwater been like, you got your camera sideways, dude.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? You're holding everything crooked.
I thought you were a video person. But a lot of the, it's just background scenes and from their tours and in the studio and from live performances. And so there you go.
Well, he does have a pretty bitchin' 70s mustache.
Yeah, that doesn't hurt.
And the hair.
And the
hair.
Kinda... Yes. 100%. You want to look and see and hear what they sound like live? I got a little bit
absolutely
to play for you. I'm going to play you how they opened what appears to be the opening of this set, and we'll let them get into the song a little bit. And you won't be super thrilled with I think it's just the mic on the camera that we're hearing, so it's not awesome. And then we're going to go and listen to that song that we'll hear the beginning of here in this video. So this is them playing live almost exactly to the day 1 year ago, live at Baby's All Right. Live at Baby's All Right in Brooklyn, New York, May 20th, 25. And we'll listen to a few minutes of this and then transition over to a Spotify version of the same song and hear how it really sounds when it sounds right. Here you go, Dallas Wax live. Fade the audio out from there, and you can still watch that for a little bit. But I'm going to switch over to the YouTube. Any thoughts on that before, or the Spotify? Any thoughts on that before I play the studio track?
Sadly, just that the bass player is so fucking cool.
He remains cool as hell.
It's
We need
sad.
Is it the hair? Is it something Brian?
No, it's like everything. No, it's his entire being.
Yeah.
Besides the fact he's playing a Rick,
but
he's not playing a Rick with a pick. So that's actually one knock off. But I don't know. I don't know what it is, but he's definitely got the X factor for bass players. And it's
so that's
but other than that, when it was definitely the mix, it was definitely the lack of mix, and I'm hoping that the Spotify gives us what after the riff comes in, the band comes in. I want it to hit me in the face so hard that my eyes water. But we'll see.
Let's see what happens. This is the studio version of that same song, "Oh Oh Well" by Dallas Wax on Band You've Never Heard Of.
what you want me to say. It's when you're down in your grave, catch another runaway. Shot dead, running for the rumble. Oh, well, easy on me, won't go easy on me, won't go easy on me. What's that? Breathing by the lungful. Oh, well, easy on me, won't go easy on me, won't go easy on my head. When you're down in your grave, it's alright, babe. It's what you want me to say. It's when you're down in your grave, catch another runaway.
Short and sweet. That's Oh Oh Well by Dallas Wax on Bands You've Never Heard of. Gary, that's your first listen of that song. Your thoughts, sir?
With some very interesting phrasing. Not my favorite song of theirs so far. But they have they still have all the elements that they've shown in every song. Of course, they've only been together for a few years, right?
Yeah, like 3 years.
Yeah. So, so they haven't really had that time to morph. I don't want to say progress or anything, but generally, bands morph over time, and they haven't had that time yet. So you would expect everything to be from the first to the last song to be pretty similar, and it is. Not my favorite song, though.
What was your favorite? What was the top song? Did you have one, or were they? You said before the other ones were kind of equal footing, right?
Exactly. Yeah. All the other, so it's like 3-1 right now. So
Yeah.
It's just like,
And they've got several songs. Obviously, I didn't have time to play every song of theirs. They've got 8 songs in the ether right now. Those ones I just played for you are for sure their best songs, in my opinion. And some of the other songs are a little slower, a little bit more psychedelia. I don't know. There's some Pink Floyd influences in there. Like there's some other stuff. They do change it up a little bit, but I wanted to go for the stuff that was more invigorating and that really gets me moving. I've probably listened to all of these songs about 45 times today because I had them on repeat while I was doing some work, and I got to tell you, it was pretty great just having these on in the background. But the faster songs were way more fun to listen to. I have no idea what their new album is going to sound like. They are having an album release party on June 19th. That's coming right up. Now, we are recording this almost exactly a month ahead of that. And yeah, I emailed them and I asked, can we
play it?
Can we play one of the songs from your new album on this show? And they said yes. Now, here's what they haven't done. They haven't sent it to me yet.
Well, yeah.
So when we go from part 1 to part 2 of this show, our listeners will be listening to that song because I will add that in post. So when we get back with the band, we're probably going to want to start with some questions about the new song. And get rolling with that. Questions coming from a complete amount of ignorance because
unknowing.
We will have not heard it yet when we talk to them live. But everybody at home, you will have heard it before we did. Somehow, the magic of digital podcast technology, you will have heard the song before
us right now.
Before us, yes, when we talk to Dallas Wax live in the second half of this show. So that's pretty exciting. And another interesting thing you'll find on their Instagram is this post.
It looks
here.
like Insta, yeah.
So they're going to be playing at the Austin City Limits Music Festival this year. There they are, right there.
Well, like you said, these guys are not These guys are not just sitting around waiting. They're
No.
pushing, they're going, they're moving, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to do in order to get on Austin. I mean, you know, from what I've heard, it's not impossible to get on Austin city limits, but you got to work it. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
I've been to the
Yeah.
Austin City Limits Music Festival in Zilker Park in Austin. I went 2 years ago to see Sturgill, and wow, what an experience! An amazing 2 days. So many stages of filled with music. There's 5 or 7 different stages, smaller stages, humongous stages, and everything in between. Thousands and thousands of people. This is a big deal for them to be playing any stage. They will get seen. They will be a band people have heard of very soon. And I am curious, how do you get on Austin City Limits Music Festival? Did they email Austin City Limits and submit, or
Yes.
did Austin
You
City
submit.
Limits call them? And how did that work?
You submit to them.
Yeah, did they have to have a minimum number of plays on Spotify, views
That
on
I
the
don't
videos,
know, but
followers on social? Like, what is
No,
the criteria?
I think it's more of a, hey, we like your vibe.
Yeah,
We like what you do.
Yeah.
You know, the Austin City Limits, they don't care quite so much about, especially about, oh, what's your Spotify account? You know,
yeah,
because I mean, as we've been finding out, in this part of the year, the Spotify count is a little bit bogus. So, you know, because those AI things immediately went to the top of the charts. You know, it's like, well, what the fuck, you know?
right.
But you do have to submit, and I mean, it's like applying to a Ivy League school, but you apply, you do it, and you make your best shot. And if you get turned down, you go the next year and you apply again and you
Keep
make
doing
your best shot. And you know, at some point, if you make it, it may or may not pay off, but you've done it. You know, it's like, you know, it's one of those things, you do it until you've done it. And you know, hope for the best.
This is another one of those bands that Spotify's AI served up for me on a silver platter, Gary. Just thought you might like to know that. When
Of course,
asked,
I always relish that.
I know it's your favorite part of the show when I tell you about the value of AI in my world, and how much Spotify was critical in making this happen. But that is how I found Dallas Wax. Now, they still had to bring the goods. I did go listen and research and decide, yeah, this is a band I want to play. But when I asked Spotify's little beta testing AI, show me bands with fewer than 100,000 plays that are on the upswing, these guys were in the top 5 on that list. And so that's it was pretty useful.
Well, I'm glad you finally found a real use for AI, because
That's
I have not yet. So
that's how I found Dallas
because
Wax.
they won't clean out the cat's litter box, which is the first thing I would have AI do. But no, I just wish they would keep up with my shit online. They make such a big deal out of. They make such a big fucking deal out of it, and yet I keep getting ads for shit that I already have.
Yeah,
It's like, I thought AI was supposed to take care of this. You know, go fuck yourself.
I
So,
could not agree more. AI, it's just, yeah, the ads for the things you've already bought
Right, yeah.
is ludicrous. And it's not like, oh, you bought some cat food, so you're going to need more cat food. That's actually fine.
Right, yeah.
Right. But you bought a very specific thing. And once you have
a
it,
neutron bomb. You bought a neutron bomb, which you will never need again,
just
because
need one
once
of
you
those.
drop it, we're done.
nobody needs one after that.
No one needs one ever. But they're still trying to sell you another neutron bomb. It's like,
Yeah, and I get emails from companies even after I've told them how much they suck.
To
They're
go
like,
fuck
"Hey,
themselves.
hey, look here, with this new thing's on sale. You want one?" I'm like, "No, I don't.
I just bought one.
You know that. You know that. Why
Yeah.
doesn't your AI know that? Why doesn't your email server know that?"
Which, yeah, I mean, back in the day, they had someone that would check that shit, but now they let AI do it.
Yeah,
So they eliminated a few different
jobs.
paid positions, jobs,
Yes.
to let AI not do it. So fuck AI.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it
there you
sounds like
go.
it's time for me to take a break.
It's time for us to take a little break. We are going to play you the new, as yet unreleased Dallas Wax song from their new album, Metanoia, releasing June 19th. This show drops before June 19th.
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, baby. That's how we're celebrating. Maybe it'll be related. I don't know. But that we have exclusive access to this song for a few days before it is released to the rest of the world. So if you are listening to this show, then thank you so much. You should stay tuned because that new music is about to happen. And immediately following that, we will be live on a Zoom call with Ryan, Dallas, Wax, and the rest of the band.
Sweet. Be right back.
You're the last one saw me standing there, caught with the moon in her eyes. I believe what you say, but I don't know if I could try to deny. What does it matter? You calling my bluff. And what if I don't shake you? I'll never give you up. In a run to a place you don't know. I never get very far, babe. Hunt me down, shoot me down, spin your head far way around. I've been leaving in cause of love. Do you believe it now? You're calling my bluff. But what if I don't shake you? I'll never give you up. You're calling my bluff. But what if I don't shake you? I don't shake you. Oh, I still shake you, baby. But if I don't shake you.
Ryan, Dallas, Wax, welcome to Bands You've Never Heard Of. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm JR. That's Gary. How are you, my friend?
I'm well. I'm busy, but I'm doing okay. Thank you guys so much for having me on.
Busy is the right thing to be for a musician, I would assume, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is a blessing and a curse, you know. Sometimes you get a little worn down and sometimes a bit forgetful of your schedule, as demonstrated here tonight. But yes, all good things at the end of the day.
all
We
that
don't
talk.
need to even talk about that. So
Exactly. We'll just cut all that
this
out.
is all in real time now.
Pretend like you were here on time tonight.
Perfect.
Yeah. So let me bring you up to speed on what's been happening in our world as it relates to your world. For the last hour,
Sure.
Gary and I have been listening to your music, checking out your videos, looking at your socials, talking about you. That is why your ears have been burning. I've been listening to you for a couple weeks now. He is your newest fan, and
All right.
we love what we're hearing, and we are so excited to talk to you about it. I have a long list of questions that I had pre-prepared. Gary's written down some stuff just in the last hour that I'm sure he wants to ask.
But I'm very extemporaneous too. So
And the thing we're going to do to bridge the gap from the part where we were talking about you to now that we're talking with you is we're going to play your as yet unreleased song that you told me you would send me, and that I'm going to add in post. And so that's what our listeners will have just heard. So as of this recording, we don't even know the name of that song, but we have
Right.
obviously we have questions about it because our listeners have just heard it.
Sure.
What can you tell me about the song you are going to send us? What's it called and what's the story? Let's start there.
So I can't. Did I already send you the song?
No, you didn't.
I hadn't sent it. I hadn't sent it yet.
If you just told me you thought that was a cool idea, so I figure you're gonna. But so
Okay.
you're free to choose any of the songs off the new album Metanoia. Am I saying that right?
Yes, you've got it. That's correct.
Releasing June 19th. We're gonna put this out a
Yes,
little
sir.
before that. So yeah, your
Great.
choice on what you're gonna send.
So yeah, I'll send a song over called Bluff.
Bluff.
And Bluff. Song is called Bluff. It is technically the first track on the record, so there's a bit of an intro track that bleeds into the song. I've always loved when rock records have done that, kind of making it a kind of cohesive, sit down, immersive listening experience. I knew we wanted to do that with our first record. Yeah, it's got a catchy riff. It's one of those songs that I typically don't write in very traditional format, first chorus. I like to keep it weird, but this one kind of ended up in that way. It's also psychedelic. It very much represents the band. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys to hear it.
You during that last thing, you started to break up quite a bit. So I don't know if there's anything you
I'm
can
sorry.
do to get better signal.
Okay, where did I cut off? I can continue.
I mean, I think we caught the gist of most of that. You were telling us that the new song Bluff is a more traditional song structure, verse, chorus thing, even though that's not your typical way of writing. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. I think people are really going to like it. I think it's going to be a standout track. I think it's like probably the most representative of kind of what we do as a whole band. Yeah, I'm really pumped really hard on it. We recorded everything kind of really old school style, all live together in studio. And I think that this record really highlights kind of the band that we are live, as well as kind of the fun things that we can accomplish in the studio as well.
So live, like everybody's playing it once, and that's how you are tracking it as opposed to building it layer upon layer?
Right. We did a little bit of that, but the essence of it came from, just a really good live take where kind of everyone was doing their thing. You want to come say hey? We got the drummer in here.
Heck yeah.
All right, come on. Where you going? It's like amazing here, man.
So where are
There he
you?
is.
I'm a big fan of New York City. I've been there many times. It's the drummer, everybody.
What's going on, Adam?
Gabriel
Seiler in the
Styler.
house.
I was about to say, is that how you say it? Styler.
Yeah. We are coming to you live from Danbro Studios. This place is very haunted looking. We have no idea the history of this place, but we're here in Williamsburg and it could have happened.
Yeah. Cool spot. It's a cool spot. It is a bit of a maze, though.
there's lots of mazes in the buildings there. It seems that
Hey, Adam, I I feel like he didn't tell you. He doesn't have shoes on. I feel like we just need to like get that out in the open. I came out here to walk in on it, and he's just got his bare socks on the floor out here.
Socks on the
And,
floor. It is
you know,
what it
just
is.
for the sake of transparency with the band, I think you should know that. You're talking to a man with no shoes.
No shoes on.
Okay,
Nope.
I'm getting out of
All
here.
right, man. See ya.
I think it's weirder
There you
that
go.
you're wearing socks. Like if you were barefoot, I'd be like, oh, he's barefoot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
perfect.
Oh,
Yeah.
Adam, I know you can't see the floors. You don't want to be walking around barefoot in here, man. No,
And
sir.
socks provide the minimal layer of protection you need.
At least there's something there, something in between, right?
Yeah. I appreciate you keep calling me Adam. That's what my mother will love that. Typically I go by JR. But so feel free
Oh,
to go.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, JR. You'll be JR from here now.
Yeah, perfect.
go.
So
Or according to one publicist, AJ. So
right, yeah.
Okay, nice. I like that. That's cool.
So you've been on tour for recently. We were looking at your tour schedule. Cool places like Philly and Pittsburgh and Newport,
Kentucky.
Yeah, dude. Newport, Kentucky.
what's the deal with the,
No. I'm from just outside of Atlanta. I'm from a town called Peachtree City, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Literally
grew
right
up
outside of
kind
Atlanta.
of
Yeah.
seeing shows in Atlanta and stuff like that. But yeah, actually all the guys in the band were all from the South except one guy who's from Detroit. And so we all just met in New York for one reason or another, you know, whether we came up here for work or for school or, just whatever. And so, yeah, it's funny, you know, we're based here and we're in Brooklyn right now, but, you know, a lot of Southern rock roots and stuff like that comes out in the music. And so, yeah, we love to go tour. You know, we've toured down south a few times, but this was our first time kind of in the Midwestern region.
Yeah,
And man,
I
yeah,
mean,
cool cities, cool towns. I hadn't
Because
seen a lot
that
of
was
them.
like
So.
one of the first things that popped up for me. It's like, oh, he's got to be from Kentucky. That's the only reason that anyone plays in Kentucky.
You know, it was cool. We played
but that's not Louisville. You know, it's like
No,
or
it was
Lexington. You know,
just on the other side of Cincinnati. So technically
Okay.
Kentucky, but in that kind of
right? Yeah.
Cincinnati
Okay. So
like metro
definitely
area.
Midwest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because I told JR, it's like I've driven through Kentucky twice to go to other shows, but never even thought about stopping to play. So more power to you, man.
Right. No,
How
I mean,
did
it was a
go?
cool little town, I will say.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool.
And so let's go back to the early days. So the way I understand it from my research, you moved to New York and then put together a band. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Did you know any of these guys before you got to the city?
No, not beforehand. Not
So
at
how
all.
does one put together a band like this, having just arrived in New York City?
Yeah, I think you definitely get lucky for sure. You definitely get a little lucky. And yeah, I don't know. I guess I could run through it. I met Gabriel, who you guys talked to, lovely chap. Met him outside of a show that I was playing some guitar on. And yeah, then we just got to talking and chatting and had similar music tastes. I ended up playing guitar in a band with him. And then that was before we had started Dallas Wax. So we were acquainted and been playing. Matt Stawinski, our guitar player, I was jamming with just because a mutual friend had introduced us. And then Owen, our keyboard player, I met because he went to University of Georgia. So I had some friends of mine that were there that knew him. And when he moved up to New York, they were like, you got to play with this guy. He's a great keyboard player, all this stuff. And yeah, and then Cutter, who's our bass player, Owen and him knew each other from University of Georgia. He's another Southern boy from Savannah, so another Georgia boy. Met just everyone in different ways, and when we all got together, we just kind of started to play the tunes, and it was great. Yeah, I don't know, it just kind of went off with a bang, and we kind of all knew there was something there. Like we'd all been playing in bands for a really long time, so everybody kind of had their chops and their composure on stage, and it really just kind of reflected when we started playing our first couple of shows.
And what's it like being a band in New York City? Are there just gigs all over the place, or is it cutthroat? How easy or hard is it to get shows, books, gigs in the city?
Yeah, it depends. Like you can play all the time, but that's not always the most advantageous thing to do, right? Because we that first year played a million gigs. There's so many venues that are awesome that love to take care of the local bands and get them slots and stuff. So you could play twice a week if you wanted to.
But you're up, and he's gone.
And he's gone.
Hey, he's gone.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Yes.
How we
Sure
doing?
we are.
And we got some of the guys here.
All right.
Welcome,
All
everybody.
right.
Thanks for.
This seems like this is a bit better connection too. I hope
It does. Yeah. It looks. The
Right
video is better. It's not pixelated, and you sound great right now.
Well, thanks so much, JR. I apologize for all this.
No, we've had it's. You're not the first. Believe me.
I imagine not. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. I don't mean to add to it though.
So I believe we last heard you say something like, in our first year we were playing a ton of gigs in New York, but we've scaled back,
Right.
and that's a strategic
Right.
decision. What's up with that?
Yeah, just we definitely want to start playing kind of the bigger venues. There's tons of rock clubs that are amazing and 200 cap that you could play all of the time. But definitely as we kind of grow and are expanding our reach, we definitely want our hometown shows to feel more like an experience, I think. And so that's when we haven't played a show in New York since January. We've got one coming up June 19th for the album release. So really just trying to keep everyone engaged and wanting to come see us whenever we do play and make it a real fun time.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of like that's how Dave Matthews treats us here in Charlottesville. He's
Right.
only playing here if it's a big fucking deal.
Yeah, for sure.
So we just watched a bunch of your videos, listened to a bunch of your songs. We're basically just living vicariously through you at this point because you make me want to go back to smoking cigarettes and playing music and hanging out with the guys and making cool videos.
Yep.
It makes me wonder, how DIY are you guys? Like, I mean, your videos have end credits, and there's clearly some other people involved. But it seems like you are pretty well involved as well. Your video for the one with the camcorder video says it was edited by you. Like,
Yeah.
how much of the all of the bullshit behind the scenes are you guys doing? How much help do you have with that stuff? What's the state of that side of the band?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty DIY. At the end of the day, and the last music video we did is, it just looks exceptional, and you'd think it would have this huge team on it, but it was really a team of the band and a team of 9, I guess, at the end of the day. Yeah, Sarah Allen directed it and did an amazing job. Cam Willis, the DP, he's like an amazing, artist and has a great vision. And them together, like paired with just kind of the basic ideas we had, like they made it such an amazing thing. Alec Ilstrup edited it. We did our Girl Like Me music video with him as well. He's a good friend and amazing artist. I forget anyone. Jason Chapman.
Who's a color?
Andrew Scene colored it and did an amazing job kind of laying into that like Twin Peaks True Detective kind of thing with the colors. Like it came together so amazing, and like it really
no budget.
Yeah, we had no budget. A lot of this stuff was done just out of goodwill, just because people enjoy the song, enjoy the band, and liked the vision and wanted to see it come to life. So yeah, that was like one of the most fun things we've ever had. Cutter, if you want to talk about doing stuff in Savannah too,
Yeah,
it's all you.
no, I got super lucky. We a good friendly a family friend of ours has this property that we were able to use overnight, which was like huge because we didn't have any money to really rent any space. And then my girlfriend is the director, so we got a lot of free labor out of her. And then she had great connections with Cam, who did all the camera work, and he was awesome. So it all came together kind of flawlessly. We got really lucky just to record it in one night and then have something that looks so professional. Is something that I think a lot of bands don't really have the privilege of doing. And we got lucky with the people we know, and it came out really well.
Can confirm. Our job every week is to talk to bands that are somewhere around your level, and most of them are more DIY than that. And the ones that do have really nice stuff, oftentimes it's because of a friend or family member or somebody that's got the ability and the hardware to film and make a nice video. And Desert
Yeah.
Moon looks and sounds incredible. That's how we opened the show, was with that video, because it's so damn good.
Oh, well, thanks so much, guys. Yeah, we had an absolute blast making it. It was a bit spooky though, man. We were out there in the like Savannah swamp in like the middle of the night, and like all we had was this big light on the back of the truck. It got kind of spooky out there, but it was a fun time. It fit the vibe. The song is kind of spooky sounding. It's like we always kind of had that vision for it. When we recorded Desert Moon, we had Graham Stone, who was our engineer and also mixed all the singles and mixed the whole record. We had him project Nosferatu's symphony of, what is it, a symphony of horror, symphony of
the
Death,
old one, not the new one.
1922. We
Wow.
had him put that up on the projector while we were doing Desert Moogs. We were like, we need to get creeped out, man, when we make this song. But it was yeah, so that was all super fun. We kind of really laid into that vision.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys were actors. I mean, like that. You're more than just musicians. Now you're actors as well.
No, some of the guys, Owen and Cutter, the car scene, man, like that was good. I was really happy because that was the first time we'd done a video that kind of involved like taking direction and like, yeah, doing a bit of acting and like rerunning scenes. Yeah, getting a bit, yeah, rolling around, falling down. I was pulling hammies, running around at like 6 a.m. No stretching. But yeah, that was super fun. I was glad that like everyone was into it. Yeah, it makes me excited to shoot some more stuff like that in the future.
Regarding the song itself, I'm going to tee Gary up here for a question. When you come in with the harp, it's pretty mesmerizing. Adds to the whole spookiness of the song and of the video. I just found out at our last band practice that Gary can play the harp and has a whole collection of harps. I've been playing music with him for 18 something years. I did not know he's never broke out the harp before. And I think he would admit he's not like,
There is a reason for that.
he's not like, guitar is his first instrument.
Right.
But so I'm curious, and you're clearly amazing on the guitar. How much, what do you play harp a lot? Experience with it? How'd you learn harp, and how did you decide to put that in this song?
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing. I picked up for a couple years. Like, I guess I just randomly was in a guitar center. I actually remember this. I was really interested in getting this red D'Angelico from this guitar center in Atlanta, and I like went back. I was saving up all summer for it. I went back and like checked on it a few times to make sure it was still there. And I got that guitar at the end of the summer. But one time I was there, I just saw like a 5-pack of these like plastic blues harps. The like, I don't even know what brand it was, but and then I just kind of, I don't know, I just was gravitating towards it, and it was something that I was getting into. The music I was listening to, people like Willie Dixon and then like the Muddy Waters band and all that stuff. And there was just a lot of really cool, soulful harp that was like really attention grabbing. And then, yeah, I don't know. I played, I guess I didn't really play harp in a band. I just kind of YouTube and practiced and learned licks and tried to listen to stuff and try to emulate it. And yeah, I don't know. You can get a long way on YouTube these days, I must say. But yeah, I guess the more I kind of just play the songs and more jam with the band, you just kind of get, into those like things that you hear like Penn do, or like these other kind of guys that I listen to a lot. Yeah. So I don't know. Still going though. Still got room to grow for sure.
Gary, you
No,
want
I
to
was-
ask any questions about the harp or anything else about Desert Moon?
No, let's see. Oh no, I immediately started comparing it to, because of the video and because of the way it was shot and everything. I immediately started comparing it to two of our other guests that we've had that have had just stellar videos. And what do you feel because we asked them the same thing. What do you feel is the worth of having a really, really heartfelt, stellar video versus just short content?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's a great question. I've always gravitated more towards using and doing long form videos, though a lot of people in the industry these days would advise against that. Because, in my opinion, I think there's so much that happens when you're writing a song, so much visual stuff in here that helps someone who's listening to it for the first time and can't get into your brain kind of understand a lot more of what you were thinking and what you were going for writing this song. And I always kind of knew I wanted that like Southern Gothic vision attached to Desert Moon. So I just hope in all the effort, it took, we were out there all night, that if anything, that point gets across and someone can kind of feel the vibe of the song a little bit better because there's that visual to it. I've seen music videos, from songs that I liked that kind of totally kind of rewired the way I think about the song, because I now have another glimpse into the artist's mindset when they were creating that thing. So I always value a music video over just, spending time doing short form stuff. And you can always kind of cut down a long form video and still use it as something that can be an attention grabber, on socials, which obviously is a big thing these days with bands and artists and everyone on social media. So I see it as kind of an investment that pays off a lot of time.
And
but
are
you
you
would see the
doing?
long form video as a destination and not as the pathway, correct?
Yes, correct. Yeah, I want the stuff that we post to direct people to watching that, to really get an understanding of the song and know a little bit. And also you get a visual of the band and who's playing these instruments and who you're going to see if you want to go see a show, which I think is helpful a lot too. You see a band and they look cool and they're in a cool truck and they got, shovels, and Owen's in like a long trench coat and a tie. And you're like, oh, I might go, these guys are cool. I might go
And a
check
guy
out their
playing a
show.
harp in a
Yeah,
window. I mean,
exactly.
shit, what more could you want?
Yeah,
Seriously.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the first sound anybody will hear in this episode is that shovel being dragged along
Yeah.
the gravel. So that's how
Nice.
that's how
Good
this
shovel,
episode will
good
open.
shovel dragging, Gator.
That's right.
No,
Whoever
that
your
was some-
shovel
that was some
dragger
good-
is amazing.
This
Well,
is a
whoever
shovel dragger
recorded
over
the
here,
shovel
yeah.
dragging is amazing.
Yeah.
Happy in the band.
Yeah.
Anybody
Best-
can drag a
Best
shovel,
shovel dragger
but
east
it
of the
takes
Mississippi.
a real professional to record that and make, because that was crisp. It was crystal clear with not a bunch of wind
We did it about
garbage or
30
anything like
times,
that. It was like,
so I hope it's good.
Yeah, it did take a
30.
few takes to get the perfect shovel drag. That was half our afternoon.
So
no, it was an impressive video, man, guys. I mean,
Oh, thanks,
straight
guys.
up, I'm not going to cut any corners.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
So looking through your socials, I saw the big old Austin City Limits Music Festival post.
Yeah.
We live here in Virginia. I made the trek to Austin to see Austin City Limits 2 years ago when Sturgill Simpson was on. I'm kind of curious your thoughts on Sturgill Simpson. Your head nod tells me I think we're in the right place. And that was an amazing show. So I know what Austin City Limits Music Festival is from being there in person. What I don't know is, how does Dallas Wax get on that? What is the submission process like? Do they call you? Do you call them? Gary assures me you called them or emailed them or did everything. How much work was that to get on that? And I got to think that is going to be kind of a big deal for you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. We're beyond stoked. You certainly call them when you're Dallas Wax and you're trying to play ACL. We have a real. I'm gonna shout out our agent. We have a real kick-ass agent, Lexi Summers. She's like just so hardworking. I know she was on them since like October, sending them, I think, stuff from the new record, sending them music videos. Every time there was something that dropped, she was on them. And it's that kind of, consistency. It was funny. I was actually in the cafe that I first met with Lexi to see if we wanted to work together. And she gave me a call and was like, "You guys are playing ACL." And it was like, I was gripping on the table. I was fucking fired up. Yeah, we're stoked. Especially, that's our first festival, which is wild, and playing on a great stage, and we're super pumped, especially after the record comes out. That's like the toughest thing, I think, especially for rock bands, is there's so many great rock bands, but how do you just get your music in front of the right people? And it's stuff like this that, kind of happen and do that for a lot of bands. So we're fired up. Yeah, we're excited. I just went to Austin for the first time during South by, and great town. So we're fired up to get back. But yeah, that's definitely going to be a fun one. We've got some other stuff in that month too that's not announced yet that we're also super pumped for. It's going to be a really fun fall for Dallas Wax.
Sweet. Will your travels take you anywhere near Charlottesville, Virginia, so that we have, or anywhere in the vicinity, the region, so that we can have a chance to come see you live?
I'd say close without spoiling anything. I'd say within a few hours. I think we'll be not
Nice.
too far. Yeah.
Like maybe DC area, maybe something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
That makes sense.
Well, I was wondering
Richmond.
what's closest, but yeah, we're gonna be around the southeast in towards the end of October for sure.
Sweet.
East Coast, southeast.
If the dates line up and the geography's right, I will be there. I'll try to drag Gary along because I want to get at the bare minimum. I want to see and hear you live. I hear the live shows are amazing. We watched a little bit of your live video on your YouTube just to get a feel for that, but also to get some merch. I tried to buy some merch, but you don't have enough T-shirts in my size, so you need more shirts.
Well, listen, JR. I owe you a T-shirt for my tardiness. You too, Gary. So I'll make sure I got 2 set aside for you on the house.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Which brings me to a question we ask a lot of our bands. What's the deal with physical media? You've got a new album coming out. Are you going to have physical albums, CDs, vinyl, cassette? That's kind of the standard deal for a lot of bands these days. I know how expensive that can be. It's a tough decision, but so where are you at with the whole physical media thing?
Yeah, we definitely want to. It's on brand for us, and like every time I go see a band that I enjoy, I always try to support and own their music. I think that's just a really unique thing to, man. I saw this band, they blew me away, and now I own their record, and I know that means a lot to both sides, the consumer and the performer. But as you've hit the nail on the head, it is expensive. So I'm hoping that post release, I don't think on release we'll have time. I mean, it comes out in a month, so we won't have time to print them. But yeah, I've got some friends that have really cool kind of independent presses and are willing to print our record in some really cool kind of colors and keep it trippy, man. All that stuff. So it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I would anticipate, hopefully by the time I see you guys in the fall, we've got something for you. I think that's realistic.
Awesome.
So you're leaning more toward vinyl than CD or cassette?
CDs are great. I don't know, like I haven't really done a lot of the research on the manufacturing costs of CDs, but for the
CDs are
audio
still
files,
pretty
man,
cheap.
it's people CDs is like what it's the highest fidelity way of listening. I understand.
Still, the audio files are going for the vinyl.
It's true.
Because that's the purest form. But the CDs have become a collector's thing.
Yeah.
Luckily, and actually, we get ours done up next to where you are, and it's pretty reasonable.
Right on.
Way less. I mean, I put out back in 1989. My band did one of the first CDs, independent CDs in the area, and it cost way more than it did to do vinyl that we did in 1986. But so it's way less than that now. So it's actually almost a no-brainer to do CDs.
Yeah,
you
true.
could do, you could do down to 100 at a time and not break the bank. So and just
Maybe I'll
sell
look
them. And
into it, Gary. I'm gonna look into it.
sure,
It's
man.
definitely not a bad idea. Like I said, it looks cool on the merch table. I think people love to pick that stuff up. You like to physically, so much music and so much media we consume is just right here on our phones. It's
Yeah,
great to physically hold
and that's
something.
got to go away.
Yeah,
We need to get people to own their media again.
yeah,
Because there's just too much of this. Oh, it's just passing fancy.
right.
We advocate hard for it on this show, and we absolutely buy merch and physical media. And some bands just send it to us, or give it to us at a show. That'd be like, we'll. I love it. This is a band we had on the show, New York band MJT. This is Banana Gun out of Phoenix. I mean, it's almost all I wear now is the merch I've been buying from the bands we support, and I buy it if they don't give it to me, I happily buy it because I know I'm supporting them, and we encourage our listeners to do the same. But talking about, the analog audio files are clearly going to gravitate to the vinyl, but my day job, I know a little bit about the digital audio files as well, who
A
are
little bit.
downloading things from like HD tracks or streaming on Tidal, and they want the high
Right.
res stuff.
Yeah.
So, which brings me to the Spotify question, right? Like,
Mm.
Spotify is how I found you guys, and Spotify is great for music discovery. You guys have somewhere in the neighborhood of 140,000 total plays of all of your songs on Spotify. Is that where you're seeing your biggest numbers, or do you get much from Spotify with those kind of numbers? And how does it compare with like your Apple, your Amazon, your Tidal, Bandcamp, wherever else your music is available?
Right. Yeah. I think it is mostly on Spotify. I think that's where we kind of get a general basis on how a song is doing. But it's interesting, I am plugged in with Chartmetric. I am plugged in with Luminate and, of course, all my For Artists things. And sometimes there are songs that do better. Mud is our big song on Spotify. It's, got over 70,000 streams now. But I think that, like, I don't know if it's the top. I think like Girl Like Me is the top song on Apple Music. So it's funny thinking about, who is finding what and how these things happen. It is interesting. You just get a couple playlists that on one particular platform that will just have a song go. So, but I would say so. We do get people active on Bandcamp when we're good about updating our merch, and people will get it. And of course, when physical goes up, we'll certainly have it on our Bandcamp. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I do try to keep up with all the platforms best I can, but it's tough. It is tough, and so I think a lot of bands do this too, where they kind of default to Spotify as like how we're doing on Spotify is how we're doing everywhere. But I think it is
Right.
important to check in with those, kind of platforms like Chartmetric and Luminate that show you kind of everything across the board.
Yeah, we have a love-hate relationship with Spotify. I love it. He hates
Oh,
it.
I
Pretty
love
much
it and hate it
straight
for a
across.
couple reasons. Like you said, discovery is amazing. I've found some of the most incredible, music from all different time periods that I would have never, discovered, like a Linda Perhacs record, if I wasn't for like radio, stuff like that. These just kind of, obscure psychedelia things that I really love. And but at the same time, then yeah, it kind of sounds like shit, as compared to Tidal or like
Yeah.
listening to a vinyl. But
Well,
yeah,
and
I
that's
just
where
I,
we differ a lot of times because he's very dialed in. He's been in premium Spotify since it was a beta, right?
Yes.
And I have never done premium, and I've not that I've absolutely avoided it, but it's like for me, it's discovery. It's promotion. It's not the end all. Yet 90% of the world, that's it. It's where it starts. That's where it exists. That's where it ends. And that's just wrong
mhm.
because the artists get pennies on the dollar.
Yeah,
If pennies on the dollar. And it's like, and that's where this whole, oh, music is just fucking free thing comes along. And that's where I get really bent. So
no, it is harmful But it's like, as I try to put myself in the consumer shoes too, where I'm like, I mean, yeah, man, I got everything I could ever ask for $10 a month, or what? It's more expensive than that now. You know, what is it, like 15, something like that. But as a consumer, I unfortunately, find myself listening passively all the time. Which I know is, you gotta be active listener. But it is just so convenient that I do struggle to see, yes, whatever the healthy kind of alternative to it is, when it's just so convenient and cheap for the consumer. But as an
Yeah.
artist, of course, we're
Well,
we're
it would
sinking
be
so much of
cool
our
if,
own money into getting these streams that don't,
yeah,
you know.
and it would be cool if that $10 was going to the artists,
Yeah, yeah,
but
no.
$9.99
I've
Yeah,
said
it's
for
of
going to
that
like,
years.
$10 is going to the guy that owns Spotify, the
yeah, it's going to like
billionaire.
AI drones shooting
Yeah.
missiles and all that
I've said for
shit.
years that I would gladly pay double whatever Spotify's choosing, to charge us, if I knew that that money was going to the artists, right? Like I would.
Right.
Right on.
That's how good the service is. It sucks that there's so many downsides to it, but
Yeah,
you're right. You can't ignore it. You make your music way harder to be discovered if you're not
yeah.
there.
Right.
It's not like it can't happen, but it is way harder.
Hmm.
I asked Spotify's AI, which just came up on my app one day, give me bands that meet the qualifying criteria for our show and are on the upswing, and that's where I got your name. So Spotify's algorithm likes you guys. So
Well,
just
that's good.
yeah, something's happening. All right, stop. We'll stop the Spotify talk now. The name Dallas Wax, that is your real name, Ryan Dallas
Yeah.
Wax?
Yes, sir. Yep.
So was there ever any thought to using anything else as the band name? Because it just seems like too perfect of a band name. It's like instantly when you hear Derek Jeter, you just know that's a pro baseball player who's amazing. And when you hear Dallas Wax, you're like, that band's going somewhere. That's the coolest band name I've heard. It just makes perfect sense. Was there even a discussion about other options?
No, not really, because there really wasn't anything, or anyone rather, to discuss with at the kind of conception of the idea. I was playing guitar in like a jazz group and like kind of heavy alternative rock group. I was playing and all this stuff, and I just wanted to sing, and be a front man. And so the demos came along before there was even a band, and so I was like, okay, we could live in this, like, I don't know, it's a striking combination of words, but it's also very much just an extension of me and my inspirations and that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I guess there really wasn't. I didn't really have anything else on the table. A couple of people before I'd even started the project had recommended, like, when I told them, I guess it'd come up in discussion, like, oh, that's such a cool name, like,
Yeah.
and I'd never felt like Ryan was a very cool name. No offense to all the Ryans out there. But yeah,
But Dallas is
yeah.
definitely a cool name.
Yeah, I feel like I just kind of knew that it sounded like the music, and it was a striking combination of words, and yeah, I don't know, it just kind of
Do you have a relative at all named David? Because there was a local Charlottesville guy. He has recently passed, but his name was David Wax, and he had a group called David Wax Museum, and
I didn't know that.
yeah, and he was a local legend. I mean, beyond favorite. I mean, he was legendary, and it was like when I saw your name and found out that it was actually your name, I was like, how many
Yeah.
people named Wax can be on the East Coast? I mean, seriously, I mean, really.
Yeah, not many waxes, and that's true. No, David is not a family member of mine. I think I'm the first wax to kind of go for the whole musician thing. I didn't really come from I came from a creative family, but no one that I'd say was really kind of getting into music seriously.
Mhm.
It was just something I gravitated towards as a little kid. Um, but no, yeah. Well, rest in peace, David Wax.
So two questions on influences, but I'm not just going to ask it in that cliched sort of way. You're getting ready in a few months to play Austin City Limits. You're going to be surrounded by amazing artists, a lot of which you will have heard of. Some will be new to you.
Right.
You've probably looked at the list of who's playing. Who are you excited to be able to hang out with backstage and see them play on stage up close and personal? Like, have you thought about that yet?
Definitely. You guys want to weigh in on it? You got anyone that you're?
Skrillex for sure.
Skrillex. He's only weekend one though. We don't get to see Skrillex.
Parcels is playing.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Parcels, and some friends of mine, it's like they're one of their favorite bands. And it was like, you have to go to the show. Promise me you're going to go see Parcels play. So that's definitely one for sure. What about you?
I gotta check the lineup again.
Check the
I'm
lineup.
excited to hang with my friends.
I'm definitely pumped that Kings of Leon was on the record or on the bill. They're great. Yeah, I'm excited to see, when you're a band that has so much music, it's interesting to see kind of what does the festival show look like. I love the really early Kings of Leon stuff. Those first two records are like, honestly, there's a lot of inspiration that comes out of that. And I know our drummer, Gabriel, who you met earlier, is a big fan as well. I'd never seen Turnstile play before. They obviously throw some crazy shows. I'd seen Geese play a couple times being in New York, but fans of them. Oh, Amyl and the Sniffers.
Yeah.
Fucking love that band.
War on Drugs.
War on Drugs. Yeah, for sure. Amyl and the Sniffers, I'm super, super pumped. They're so cool. I like anything that's Australian, man. I think Parcels is Australian too.
Yeah.
I love Australian rock. There's so many good bands out of Australia.
We've interviewed a couple bands from Australia, one band from New Zealand. The timing was tough to do Zoom calls, but
I imagine
we made it work. It was like 2:00 in the afternoon for them and late at night for us and stuff like that. But Hugo and the Strangers, Dr. Shore's Unusual Practice, and Seismic State, all from that part of the world, and three great bands, great music. So I recommend those too.
Okay, cool. I'll check them out. Yeah, I mean, Courtney Barnett. We've played with two Australian bands. We played with Teen Jesus and the Gene Teasers, and then we played a couple shows with Jet out in California. So we're always down to play with some folks from down under. I love what they're doing down there. Whatever they're doing, they should keep it up.
They have been since the 80s, man. They have been.
Yeah, for sure, man. For
the
sure.
One thing that's been mentioned in the last couple of minutes that's got my brain a little bit sideways is Skrillex at Austin City Limits.
A big electronic.
It does not compute, guys.
Yeah.
Something is very, very wrong with the universe if Skrillex is at fucking Austin City Limits. Sorry, but that just does not compute. And
there's tons of EDM on the lineup, this year.
Yeah.
People like what they like. It's not really my thing. I know Matt likes, a lot of electronic music. This guy right here, he's super into it. But yeah, I mean, some people love it. Some people make it their whole life, man.
Oh yeah, I mean, I understand that. But at Austin City Limit, I can understand it at South by Southwest.
That's because you haven't been there, Gary. I've been there.
But Austin City Limits,
every genre you can imagine.
I know I've missed a few years of Austin City Limits because I don't have.
It's not the TV show. Same people obviously organizing it, but the festival is wildly different and embraces
obviously
every genre of music. And it's a fun time. You guys are gonna have a blast doing that.
Yeah, we can't wait. So excited.
It will not surprise me at all when you guys get a phone call in the next 6 to 12 months from some major band that wants you to open for them on a big tour, right? Some huge band that everybody's heard of. And I won't be shocked when you get that call. If you were to get that call, who do you want that call to come from?
I don't know.
Man, yeah, we love Marcus King. Marcus King's the man. He's a phenomenal, just one of the best guitar players. I've seen him a couple times. We'd have a blast playing with
We
him.
have to practice.
We'd have to practice a lot. Yeah, no, man, he's great. His band is unreal. I saw him at Brooklyn Paramount. Man, just unbelievable music. God, man, who else? Honestly, man, Kings of Leon is one that I've always thought we would just have a blast opening for. Those guys are great. I don't know, man.
So
That's
basically,
a really
any band with the word "king" in it
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
King Giz.
Yeah, King Gizzard. We love King Gizzard. I love their offshoot too, the Murlocs. That's like a huge inspiration on me as a writer and as a kind of composer. And I mean, I think the Murlocs is a big reason I wanted to start playing harmonica a lot more on the Dallas Wax stuff. Ambrose is a monster harmonica player. Yeah, King Gizzard would be awesome. More Aussies. We love the Aussies, man. Anyone? Who else? Anyone else?
I don't know, man.
The brothers? I don't know, man. Skinner.
Skinner.
I think
We
that
love
ship,
Skinner.
I think
We
that
did a-
ship has sailed, though.
I think it has. We did a thing on this past tour whenever we were like, loading up the van or whatever, and we had to power through and get back to the hotel. We'd do Skinnerd hour, 60 straight minutes of Skinnerd. And it just fired us up to get home. Yeah.
So you could stop listening to Skinner, right? Yeah. The quicker we get home, the quicker this comes out of the tape deck.
Yeah, we'll open for Skrillex if he'll have us.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, let Skrillex just overdub you guys. I mean, I think that would be where it's at.
Oh, that's
We could be his backing band. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skrillex remix.
Yeah. What did we say? Lenny Kravitz? That was one we were talking about the other day. Love to open for Lenny Kravitz.
I love
That would be
Ooh.
that would be a good,
Yeah.
good opening.
Yeah.
that. I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that a lot.
Yeah. That
Lenny
I mean,
Kravitz.
between Lenny and King, the Kings of Leon, those are. I mean, I could definitely see you opening up for the Kings of Leon
Yeah.
and for
that'd be
Marcus
great.
King, for honestly.
Yeah. Hopefully Kings of Leon catch our
damn,
set.
The
at 2
Lenny
p.m.
Kravitz, that would be epic.
Yeah, get
Right.
Lexi on that. Make sure she's with you, and she goes to find Kings of Leon and says, "Hey, you guys should check these guys out."
Yeah,
I'm sure
definitely.
she'll try her absolute best. Don't put it past her. She'll make it happen.
Nice. I saw Lenny Kravitz live. It was a private show, so he probably felt he was obligated to play it, but he was sick as a dog. He was not able to hit a lot.
Oh,
He
man.
was apologizing and not hitting the high notes. Still, if he hadn't have told me he was sick, I wouldn't have known. Still put on an amazing show. So quite the showman, that guy. He's amazing.
Great. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't seen him, but I'm sure it's an experience. I'd have to imagine.
Yeah, for sure. Was it annoying at all to be contacted by a little tiny podcast called Bands You've Never Heard of?
No, in fact, it was extremely exciting, despite what my tardiness might represent. But no, we love to do stuff like this. I just like to chat with good people that know good music, as you two gentlemen are. So yeah, no, very exciting.
We've been doing this show for about a year. We have yet to interview any musicians that we don't walk away from going, those people are cool as hell. Like, I want to hang with them. I want to see them live. They're nice. There's no egos. Like, something about the people that would agree to be on our show. It's been a magical combination, and this continues in that tradition. And what we we're not a huge podcast yet. You're not going to see the same bump in your numbers from our show as you probably did from the Burt Show a year ago, when your mom called the Burt Show. I did find that in my research. I thought that was amazing.
Oh man. Let me
Yeah.
tell you, JR, a funny story about my appearance on the Burt Show. I don't know. I hope not too many people are listening to this when I tell the story, but this is hilarious. So, as a good friend of mine, him and his girlfriend have birthdays around the same time. So I was actually in Aruba with them celebrating their birthday, and I got a call from my mom that I was going on the Burt Show at 7 a.m. And so we were excited. We went out and celebrated, and we celebrated a little hard. and
Until
ended up
5 in the morning.
at this tiki bar. It's not too far off, and then ran into the ocean because whatever. Oh, I'm in the ocean, and then someone stole a lot of our stuff when we had just like left our bags,
Oh
running into
no.
the water. So we had come through all that and like dealt with trying to get our stuff back, and it was gone. And then I woke up and I went on the Burt Show. Tried to be as charismatic and put together as I could be. But yeah, that was like a weird dream come true. Like I grew up like my mom driving me to school listening to the Burt Show, so it was hilarious to be a part of that. You know about the Burt Show, Cutter? That was a big Georgia thing. I guess maybe more.
Oh no.
It was more Atlanta, perhaps. But I mean, that's a big radio show. It's a morning show. Yeah, Burt, Bert. Yeah, Burt Show.
I've
Wow,
never
yeah,
heard of it.
that's some good research.
Yeah, the way I found that was in the comment section on your visualizer video for Mud. People were like, "I found you on the Burt Show." I'm like, "What the hell is the Burt Show?" Got to find you out. And so yeah, that's how I discovered. And I listened to the whole segment and heard your mom, heard you. I was like, this is
Oh
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mama Wax is the biggest. She's the biggest fan I think in the whole world.
go mom. It's nice.
Go Mom.
Wax.
Supportive parents is nothing better. That's amazing.
Yeah, can't beat it.
So we are obviously attempting to do our part to support you, to tell the world about you. I got to tell my best friend about you, and together we are telling everybody that'll listen about Dallas Wax this week on bands you've never heard of. And people that listen to this show, there are some, will know that we generally like to ask you, the musicians that we feature, to help us help you and all of the other musicians we're featuring. If this show's going to be what I think it can be, we need people helping others discover new music. And if you tell your fans about this as a nice way to learn more about their favorite band, Dallas Wax, then they may become fans of all the other bands we have featured on the show. And the minute one of you gets big enough that you mention it in some way, and when you have thousands or millions of followers, every other band is going to benefit. So we're not asking you to promote this because we benefit. It's literally us and the 30 or 40 bands that we've featured so far and that we're going to continue to do. So tell your friends, tell your family to check out bands you've never heard of, and we will obviously tell people to check out Dallas Wax.
And,
Absolutely.
And we call that the rising tide that floats all boats.
I love it.
So that's kind of the whole,
It's a good way to live.
thing
Yeah.
here.
That's a good way to live, says Matt. That's
Nice.
good.
And all is forgiven with regards to what time we started talking tonight. Seriously, I look forward to being able to come see you guys live. Let me
Yeah,
put
we
one
hope you
caveat
make
to
it
that.
down this way, man. It would
All,
be great.
all will be forgiven when I get the wave file
T-shirts.
MP3, whatever you're going to send of the new song
yes.
Bluff,
to
that
make
we
this happen.
that we will have all heard about an hour ago on this episode of this show. And a big thank you for trusting us with a unreleased song like that. We'll put it out just a little bit before your album comes out, so the exclusive is much appreciated.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for still having me on, though I kind of royally screwed up there. I appreciate you guys for still being kind and not holding that against me.
You're
Like
not
we
the
said,
first one, and
busy
won't
is
be the
busy is
last.
good, but yeah. I hope it's a while before
We
someone's
do
that
have to.
late,
We
20
do
minutes or
realize
so.
we are working 100% with musicians. So
Yeah.
which
Right
we
on.
are both
Right on.
also
Right on.
musicians. So.
Yeah, so you guys get it. You've certainly been 20 minutes late to something before, I'd imagine.
Well, no, not us. We're the OCD musicians.
It's our
He
bass,
usually
it's our
beats
bass player.
me, and I'm the one that's OCD. So it's like, yeah, we've been together for 18 years. So,
right on.
which is crazy for a guitar player and a drummer, but that's the way things go sometimes.
So to the rest
Right.
of the band, thank you as well. Those sitting in the background, those that have already left. We have Ryan, we have
Thank
Matt,
you.
Gabriel,
Thanks, guys.
Owen, and Cutter in the band. Who are which are these guys?
We got Matt and we got Cutter.
Matt, and
Other
Cutter.
two guys they pieced out, but
Cutter
give
is.
their regards, of course. I guess we met everyone except Owen. No, Owen. We talked to Owen for a
We
little
talked
bit.
to Owen. Cutter, the bass player, is the one that Gary has a man crush on. He thinks he looks
Yes.
cool as hell in all your videos. So
Yeah, I was
There you go,
very
man.
jealous because even though our bass player is the most sartorially extravagant, he is definitely not the coolest. And Cutter is hands down one of the coolest bass players I've seen in a long time.
There you go,
So,
man. He's the man. Cutter's the man. That's Gator. You can call him Gator.
Making my
Gator.
day.
with a
Gator.
cool name like Cutter, he actually still has another freaking nickname. I'm sorry.
I know, man.
I'm out of here.
It's cool, man.
Thank God
all
for
right.
playing, man.
Again, appreciate you guys being on our little show. We'll be in touch via email about future dates and sending me the song. Thanks to everybody for doing this, Ryan. This has been awesome.
All right. Thank you, JR. Thank you, Gary. Sorry once again I was late, but thank you guys so much for having me. So
No worries,
appreciate it.
man. We appreciate you being here.
Peace out,
Thank you so
Dallas
much.
Wax. Thank you so much.
Rock on, guys. Rock on. See ya. Adios.
Ooh, he's gone quick.
But yep. He ain't no fool. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
Yeah. So despite their tardiness, they fulfilled all expectations yet again.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And it was once again just a phenomenal thing. But the whole thing was a bit different than a normal thing. You know, it was interesting because he was late. I think it's not that we were off our game, but we were like a little easier on him than we normally are. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
and so it took kind of took a different thing because number one, we didn't know if this guy's thing was going to last. You know, if his
The phone connection was the thing I was
and
most
so you
worried
wanted
about.
to get your questions in. I'm laying back, and we're not like getting into the nitty gritty of recording or filming or any of that stuff. We're kind of hitting the top stuff, but you know, once again, it was phenomenal, and I really hope they can come down, and love to see him play. Well, that's the perfect time, because this episode of Bands You've Never Heard of is a production of Ranch Hand Records. That's at ranchhandrecords.com.
Or Bindho, as we like to call it, bands you've never heard of, is hosted by us, Gary Hawthorne and J.R. Stoffel, two members of the band, To Be Fair, that you have also probably never
Heard of, except when we tell them
Right.
in the credits. Bino is written by JR. He comes up with all the questions and everything, and all I do is react to it and come up with some lame bullshit to talk about. So
Yeah, and I did ask, and Ryan Dallas Wax did indeed give me full permission to play all of their songs that we played on this show. He gave us permission, including the new song Bluff that is world premiering about an hour ago on this show.
So check them out at DallasWaxBand.com, and the links will be in the show notes and on the BinoPod.com website.
Also on BindhoPod.com is a link to our playlist. And I would love if you went and found that playlist on Spotify and followed it and shared it. It's an amazing list. Several days worth of music from, I was just realizing, Gary, I always say it's all the songs by all the bands that we have ever featured on this show, but that's not completely true. There's one band that none of their songs, or maybe one of their songs, is there. We cannot feature Dr. Shore's Unusual Practice on the Spotify playlist
have
of all those bands because their music is not there. Go to subvert.fm or Bandcamp to find that band, but everything else is in the playlist, and it's several days worth of amazing music. Hit shuffle and enjoy. You're welcome.
Hit shuffle and enjoy. That's kind of our byline here. But if you're not watching it, if you're just listening to us, you're missing out on so very much. We have some great, the introduction today If you did not see that, if you just heard it, just hearing it is phenomenal. But if you didn't see it, you need to go back. You need to go to youtube.com /1/@BindfulPod and watch that, because that was worth all the effort of going to YouTube and watching it.
Yeah, if you're just listening to this show, it's great. It should be a well-crafted audio experience, despite the phone connection we just had with Ryan. We'll do our best to get rid of that, but the visual is really where it's at. So there you go. If you have questions for us, if you want to tell us how much you love the show, how much you hate the show, things you wish we would do on the show, bands you think we should feature, any and all things, bands you've never heard of, send us an email, bynhopod@gmail.com, bynhopod@gmail.com. That's the email address.
But all of that, plus merch, plus a way to just support us without even buying anything, is available at bynhopod.com. That's bynhopod.com.
Gosh, if somebody went there and actually supported and contributed money, that would literally be the first money we will have ever made doing this show. Who wants to be the first?
Yes, be the first.
Be the first to support us. Start at
Step out.
Yeah.
You know, do something different.
Because we're supporting the bands. I've spent a lot of money
crazy.
on band merch and vinyl and many
And
hours.
going to shows. And
Going to shows.
you know,
Making this show, it takes a lot of time. We haven't been paid one single penny. We have been paying to do this show.
Yeah.
And so it would be
speaking
amazing.
of which, the website's coming to do again.
Do I owe you my half of that soon?
Pretty soon, yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for the reminder. I'm so excited.
So just so you know, you can help us. You can help support us in keeping the website going and this great podcast going, and so that it doesn't just come out of our pockets, but at least it can hopefully pay for itself. But until next week, gosh, this is every week now. Isn't
It is every week now. Yeah.
it? Damn, you guys love us that much. Until next week, adios.
See you next
Goodbye.
week on Bands You've Never Heard of. Peace out, everybody.
Rock on.
Bands
You've heard of.
All right, that's done. What's next?